Hello everybody, my name is Dan. Welcome to a new video. Today we will have a Let's Learn the track and it will be Tsukuba. The special twist is we will drive three cars. So one is Mazda Mx5, the second is Barber, also known as Skippy, and the third and last but not the least is Spec Racer Ford. If you think this might be interesting, stay tuned. Okay, so the first car will be Mazda Mx5, as I said earlier. So what is interesting about this car, it's iRacing rookie class beginner car, which is notorious for its bad races. Interesting for me is that this car is actually quite difficult to drive. So I don't know, people are angry about the tire model. To me it's very feels like the surface is very icy, so you really have to play with your acceleration and brakes. Also sometimes letting just the car correct itself without any inputs. So I don't know, but it really it's not that easy car to drive. The thing that is interesting about the Mazda regarding the other two cars we will drive, it seems like it's the most forgiving in the way you drive it. So there is plenty of racing lines you can use and still be fast and quick. So you can also use the brakes very hard, which is not the case in most other cars you will race on iRacing, and this probably is one of the reasons why it's a rookie class car. So okay, I am by no means super fast driver, but I'm a good let's say stepping stone or a reference for you who want to learn and master the basics. So around Tsukuba it goes like this. So we are in fourth gear, passing the start-finish line, staying on the left, and then around this fence I tend to go to second, try to find an apex, and then it's very important to go on acceleration as soon as possible. Third gear, fourth gear, and then here you brake, also second gear. I missed the apex a little bit, but it allowed me to go earlier on acceleration, so this was also a little bit too late. You can correct the car here on the marker, green marker. I brake and go into second gear. Here you can also immediately go on acceleration right after the apex. So I will try to connect one more meaningful lap. So you can go a little bit wider and then try to stay as close to the inside curb, and then on the acceleration as soon as possible. So you go wide, brake, second gear, hit the apex a little bit too wide, and then on the acceleration, third gear. I'm not using the clutch because the cars I tend to race on iRacing that don't have the clutch. Okay, so here you stay in third gear. This is the part where you play with the acceleration most. Fourth gear right after the green marker. This is a little bit too late. So second gear, and then full throttle. So that gray marker can be marker for braking. And as soon as you pass these curves, so a little bit before, you can go full throttle. Staying wide, third, second gear, in the apex, then on the acceleration, third gear, fourth, braking early, staying on the inside line, and then getting on the acceleration as soon as possible. To the left, a little bit late, letting the car slide. Third gear, fourth gear, just to correct it a little bit. Here where the green marker is, a little bit too late. Doesn't matter, you can fix it. And then third gear and full throttle. Here you can go a little bit deeper than in third, staying on the inside line, and then full throttle to the end. Okay, this was Mazda MX-5. I hope you liked it, but with Mazda and with any other car, you just really need to practice. And we are in Skip Barber. So according to iRacing's career path, Skippy is the first open wheeler. It's like a baby formula. Baby formula. I really like it a lot. There is a lot of competitive racing and really large racer base, driver base on iRacing. So let's get back to Skippy and Tsukuba. We will use this first lap to talk a little bit about it and just to warm up the tires. So regarding handling, you have a much better and stronger feeling, better grip than Mazda. It really has better grip than Mazda, and you can sense it right away. But the car also can be rotated, which helps you in some corners. So here you go flat out. Where the fence is, you brake to second gear, a little bit too strong braking. Here you try to find an apex, and then as soon as possible to acceleration, very similar to Mazda. Here fourth gear. Here you can brake to second apex, and then on the acceleration, not too hard, you have to be patient on that corner. Third gear, a little bit late here, but the car has more grip, so you can go full throttle here. And then where the green patch ends, I go to first gear because it allows me to accelerate pretty soon. I will show you in one more meaningful lap. So this is also full throttle, fourth gear. Here on the left you have this gray marker. I just go on the brakes to ease off a little bit and then try to stay on the inside line. This will be done better next time. So full throttle here. Again on the brakes, second gears, trying to stay on the inside, and then as soon as possible on the acceleration. Third gear, fourth gear. Here you brake second, apex, and then accelerate on the left, go inside in third, full throttle. Here also you can rotate the car, just don't go on the grass. First gear, as soon as you hit the apex, you can accelerate full throttle. Some people stay in second, I like to go in first gear. Just a little bit easing off in fourth gear, staying on the inside line, and after passing these curbs, full throttle. And this is pretty much it. So with practice, of course, you will improve your line, you will push the car, and then you will find out where are your limits. Okay, so Skippy, it's a really great car. You can drive it in a lot of different ways. You can let it slide, you can be very precise in your inputs. Usually the faster guys carry a lot of speed into the corners, so you will learn as you drive it. And also it's not only that you have a lot of good competition, it's a really good gateway for more faster open wheelers in the future, which you will be able to drive as you get better licenses, higher licenses on iRacing. Okay, I saved for the last the Spec Racer Ford or SRF, which is by far my favorite car on iRacing. I really enjoy it. It's the reason why I stayed with iRacing for so long. It has great community, great races, and it has one distinct feature from the two previous cars, and that's why not a lot of people stay with it. And that is when you let the acceleration and start turning in, it really starts to rotate a lot, and I like it. It helps you rotate the car faster. You just need to get with the feeling, and also the second thing is you have to upshift around 5500 RPM, so you don't lose a lot of time if you try to upshift with the higher revs per minute. Okay, so we passed the first lap. It's pretty similar with the gearing and speed. So fourth gear, braking a little bit late here. Okay, we will improve on this in the second lap. So third gear, going to left, letting the acceleration, then full throttle, then to fourth gear. This is all full throttle, a little bit before the end, a little bit later again, so I will need to brake a little bit earlier. This is all part of the practicing and the process of learning the track. The more you practice with each car, you get better. So here again, fourth gear, trying to stay on the inside. Full throttle, here you brake where the fence is in second gear, finding the apex and then letting the car rotate a little bit, and then to third gear, full throttle, fourth gear, S combination, down to second gear. I will let the car rotate and then full throttle, third gear, again I ease off a little bit to let the car rotate. This is all full throttle, fourth gear, braking a little bit earlier, third gear, second gear. Okay, again the same thing, and then full throttle. So you see the similar pattern between all the three cars, but it's very different how each of them behaves. So this was not a good downshift. You don't need to downshift in third, but as I speak, it's a little bit difficult to concentrate. So let's give it the last try. Second gear, apex, you let the car rotate, third gear. So we know the drill here, fourth gear. Third gear. This is all full throttle sequence. Again, when you find an apex, you just go full throttle. This is where you can gain or lose a lot of time, the last corner. You just need to find and nail it better than I'm doing it now. Fourth gear, staying on the acceleration, letting it rotate a little bit, and then full throttle here using the whole this green area. What can I say about Spec Racer Ford? Again, I really highly recommend it. The races are fantastic, really close. Slipstream is very good. The car can take damage and still stay. competitive, so it really helps you get good close racing. Fantastic community with a lot of sportsmanship, a lot of help. So I'm really biased here between the three cars because I spend the most of the time in this one, and I really can't stress enough that you should try it out. I hope. Okay, guys, what can I say in the end? I hope you like this concept of me driving three cars instead of one. They're pretty much similar in terms of speed and lap times, but very different on how they behave on track. If you like this video, please hit the like button and of course subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!